Hello, I'm Charles. I'm going to tell you a testimony in my experience ministering in India. I was pastoring a city church and I was given a village church too to take care, but the village did not have a church. The conference told me, go to this village, minister to these people and plant a church there. Imagine back then, I did not have any experience ministering to the public. I went alone to this village, quite very far from the city that I lived. It's almost 10 kilometers or so from the city church that I served. Very unfortunately, this village did not have any transportation facility. If I have to reach this village, I have to get down at least 3 kilometers far from this village by bus. And from that bus stop, I have to walk 3 kilometers into this village. This village does not have a single transportation facility. So every time I go to this village, I walked 6 kilometers to reach out to this village. But that's the job that was given to me at the beginning stage of my ministry. The very first time when I entered this village, I went alone. I don't know any single individual in that village. Imagine in that village, everyone are non-Christians. Nobody knew in that village about the love of Jesus. When I walked down the streets and asked people about planting a church, they said, church in our village? No, we will not allow. This is a non-Christian village. We don't want to hear any Christian preaching or Christian ministering in this village. You know, I was young. I was new to my ministry. I didn't even know how to approach these people. And another challenge I had in this village was these people were illiterate. Nobody had any education. They did not have cleanliness. They did not have sanitation. They did not have proper health. They did not have proper dress. They did not have even footwear. They didn't have slippers to wear. Their life was very minimum. They lived in a hut. Except one or two, they lived in a proper building. So when I reached this village, I started to develop this friendship with them. And every time I go to this village, somebody in that village will stone me. Somebody in this village will come. Why is this fellow coming always to our village? Is he having any hidden agenda visiting our village? Who is he? Why is he coming here? And I said, I'm here to teach you good things. I'm going to teach you health. I'm going to teach you education. And they said, we don't want education. We have health. We don't want. That was the reply from them. And but thankfully, it so happened that I could meet one parent who was willing to send their children to learn health and some alphabets. I just got hold of this family and they were kind to me and they said, you have been visiting this village, nobody is allowing you to this village, nobody is even taking care of you. I'm willing to give a place right behind my house. If you want to conduct any classes, you can. So she gave her cow shed to start with and started some tuition for these children and started to teach some good habits and health and good behaviors to these children. And these children were touched and the parents were quite impressed. And they told other parents, oh, this man is teaching something good. And few parents, they send their children to attend our meeting. I usually go on Saturdays afternoon around 3 to 5. So that's how this small group grew up. And it took some time where the parents were able to build some confidence on me. So they started to send their children. Let's say in a year time, I was able to attract at least 5 to 6 families. And we do not have a church in that place, but we met in a cow shed. A cow will be at the other side, we'll be sitting on the other side, but I'll be teaching them. And this started to develop for a few time, but still, some of the villagers, they did not like me coming to this village. One particular day, there came a man fully drunk. He came and used all the abusive words in the world. Whatever words I haven't heard in my lifetime, he used. He told you have come here to convert people, and I will see that you never come to this village. I will kill you if you come to this village. But I have to win him as well. So what I did something good to his family. I bought some dress and sweets and went and gave this family and said, God bless you, and we are here to support you and help you. And this man was not in favor of us, but rest of the family members. But thankfully, I was also ministering in a city church. So I told the city church members that I need your support to help this village to go to minister. So I took some young people and volunteers, and I used to come here to this village to minister to the women, minister to the children. Young people minister to the children. And in India, we have a tradition that women can only talk to women. Man cannot talk to women. And especially in villages, they're very strict. If I go talk to a girl, that's an offense. Or a woman, if the village finds that I'm talking to a woman, they'll think it's an offense. I should not do that. So I took support of the elderly woman in my church where I was in the city. As they came and supported talking to the village, elderly women and young girls and so on. So that's how this group developed and built. And at least in 3-4 years' time, there was a good group of people who came to attend our meeting. But directly we did not preach Jesus, but we taught them health and literature and some Tamil alphabets and to read and write. Then we have to now build a church. Now, we did not baptize anyone, we did not give direct Bible studies, but we won their confidence. There is something funny about this village. These village people, later, they started to accept me slowly, but there was one condition. I have to bring them snacks for every visit. The bigger the bag is, more the number of people I will find there. The moment I enter this village, the first thing they'll look at is how big his snack bag is. So I had to buy, every week I had to buy some big bag full of sweets and chocolates and something, It was Indian sweets, But I did not have money to buy them. I requested some friends to sponsor every week. They sponsored some sweets. So that's how we grew up, and giving snacks, bringing people, teaching them health, and slowly we started to teach some Bible verses and songs. They all sang. In fact, at one point of time there were more than 100 people gathered, and we taught them songs and Bible verses. But we did not have a church. We met under the tree. We met in cowshed. We met in the roadside, but it was all dirty. The village was completely dirty, but we met there. But we took some initiatives to clean up the village. So I took the volunteers, friends, church members, and said, we'll clean up this village. And I went and talked to the village chief, and he was more than happy that you're coming and doing this service. So we cleaned the village. They liked us so much. And then some of them gave their place, okay, now you can conduct a meeting here because you're going to clean that place. We cleaned that place and we conduct meetings. But still, we were not able to impress the whole village. One particular day, a few of the village young boys, men, they came with big sticks and stones and so on. They started to throw stones. They were chasing me out of the village. There were a few stones on my head, a few beatings on my back, but I escaped and ran away. But there were other people who supported too, from the same village. They said, he's doing good for the village. And by God's grace, we were able to win some people. Now, we have to build a church. We thought of building a church, but we did not have a place. There was somebody who offered a place, but that place was just outside the village. I want to tell you that the village did not have a toilet. Nobody in this village had a toilet. Every people in this village come to this place where the land was proposed for church building. That was their toilet, in fact. It was full of bushes and thorns and dirt and human waste. You know what I did? And with some friends together, we started to clean that place. Somebody gave this place and said, if you want to build a church, you can build here, but that was not the place to build a church. We started to clean all the waste, started to clean all the gutters, and we cut all the thorns and bushes, and we made that place a better place. That was a kind of place where not even a man will go there, but we went there and cleaned. And after cleaning, this was okay. And it took approximately 5 years for me to build that church. It was a very small church. I had a lot of challenges building that church because we did not have money, we did not have a resource of any kind, but by God's mercies and grace, there were a few sponsors who came across and supported and promoting for a church building. We raised some funds and we built this church. And at the end of 7th year, it took me 7 years to win these people's confidence and to love them. All that we did was only love them in spite of whatever they did. We cared for them, we loved them, we provided what we could provide. We did not have money, but God provided now and then with whatever we had. We supported them, we prayed for them, we taught them Bible, we gave Bible. And so sad, they did not know this is a Bible. They sold in the shop. And again, I have to give them another set of Bible saying, this is Bible, you have to read this. We taught them reading and writing as well. So they started to read, write, and we taught them health principles, and everything went well. It took at least 7 years to win these people. I'm sure no one was baptized yet, but they all are attending the church. By God's grace, we built a church, and there are now at least 40 people regularly attending this church. I pray that somebody will accept Jesus Christ as a personal Savior soon in this village, and they will also bring many souls to the feet of Christ. The wonderful stories, when I first went into this village, they chased me, they stoned me, they used abusive words against me. But all that I and all that my friends and church members did was we showed them love in spite of all that. And they were attracted by the love of Jesus. At the beginning they said, I'm a culprit. I come here to this village with a hidden agenda. But after 7 years, they called me the brother of Jesus. They told me every time I go to this village now after 7 years, they told, brother of Jesus is coming. In Tamil, Yesukara Annan. Yesukara Annan, that means he is a brother of Jesus. And I'm sure this is not what I did, but this is an opportunity where God gave to minister in this village. And God gave all the resources. God equips each one of us to do His service in this world where there no Christ's love preached. And this is one of the greatest witness. When we show God's love and we care for people, I'm sure we can win hearts by the love of Jesus. God bless you.